Good afternoon, students. Let's come back to the very important program of about creating a science series. We are aware of the science series. The Let me take you an example of sine 45, sine 90, maybe sine 60, like this. So we have seen these kind of calculation in our mathematics. So we are going to generate this series so that we are able to find out the sine value of any value. Okay, so let me and here they have asked us to use Taylor series approximation. So you might have heard about the Taylor series. Now let me tell you, if you focused on this, sine series is a series which is used to find the value of sine x, where x is the angle in degree. This is very important term, where x is the angle in degree, which is converted into radian, which is going to be converted into radian. So what we have to do, we are going to make this angle to the radian. Now how to convert angle into radian, that will be discussing it after some time. Before that, we should go through understand what is the basic formula to express the sin x series. So okay, so let me highlight the sin x series formula. Sin x series goes the summation of x, which is starting from 0 to infinity, minus 1 to the power n, x to the power 2n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1, the whole factorial. You may not understand this, but let me expand the above notation in this form. Sin x equals to x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 divided by 5 factorial minus x to the power 7 divided by 7 factorial plus what can be the next term, because it says given the continued series, right? It has no end, it's a series. So the next term would be x raised to the power 9 divided by 9 factorial minus x to the power 11 divided by 11 factorial. Now if you are able to see, you will find out here the signs, the sign that we are considering, these are after plus x there is a minus x cube divided by 3 factorial, after minus there will be plus, so signs are alternating. So let me put up a very important point here, saying that okay, the signs are alternating for each term. This is a very important observation that we have to take. So how to do that, we'll take it in the program. And another observation is their powers. If you are able to see the power, here it is 3, power 3, here it is power 5, here it is 7, the next I said is power 9. And what is the power of the first term? It is x, means power Here we'll be seeing about the program. So this is a online simulator that I'm using here. So first, as we know, we have to use standard.io.h. So I use that. Mat.h, why it is required, I'll explain. So here I have defined I and n variable as an actually, most frankly speaking, we don't require I n variable. So I'm going to take only, okay, so for in the float I'm using degree, x, sum and t. Now these are very important. So first I'm asking the user to enter the value of x. Maybe x, you say that is nothing but I will say the maybe the angle, I will more precisely I will say enter the value for angle. Now this should be in degree, as we have discussed earlier. This should be in degree. So I'm taking that thing in my one variable which is holding the degree value, which has been mentioned as a floating point value. Okay, so you know how to take that using the scanf. Now to convert the angle which was in degree to make it in radian, we should have to use a formula which should be multiplied with the angle which was in degree multiplied with pi by 180. Now what is the value of pi? It is 3.14159. So I'm putting the value of pi, so multiplied with the actual degree, angle which was in degree, multiplied by pi value divided by 180. Now this x is holding the radian value. This x is holding the radian value. That's what we have to come up. Now I'm using a 1t variable, which is actually a term. When we have discussed about this, okay, these are all the terms. This is the first term, x is the first term, x power 3 divided by 3 factor is another terms. So these are the terms. So that's why the t is for term. I'm just naming them. So I'll come back here. Okay, fine. Let me take t. Okay, fine. So I'm using t equals to x. So t is initialized with the x value, and the same way sum is being initialized with the x which was in radian. And I am putting ith variable. It has its own meaning, which is going to give us the power and denominator value. Okay. Now here it comes the main logic of the program. I'm using here deliberately, I'm using do while loop, because prior to this we did not apply any do while program. Okay, so here I'm going to apply do while logic. If you see the power over here, the power are all odd power. The power are all odd powers. So what we are doing here, so x power 1, that's why I have considered I value equals to 1. The next power is power 3. After that power 5. So there is a incremented by 2. Every term is incremented by 2 prior to the prior term. Okay. So in this way what I am doing, that is why I'm saying here I equals to I plus 2. Otherwise there is no need. I equals to I plus 2 here. Okay. So I equals to I plus 2. Now the main logic over here. Hope you understood this. Now t into minus 1. Now again let me take you to the prior things. Here in this the power is 1, and after that there is a negative power, negative term, then positive. So it is getting alternate. To handle that I am multiplying it by minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 it is plus 1 into minus 1 minus 1 into plus 1 plus into minus 1 minus into minus 1 plus. So it gives us an alternate sign. That's why for every term I am multiplying it with minus 1. Okay, now the power, you think about the power, it is multiplied by 2 powers extra. Here it is x raised to power 3, next term is x raised to power 5, next term is x to the power 7. So every iteration it is multiplied with the 2x value. Same logic I applied over here. See, it is very important. What I have done, t into minus 1 is simply giving you the sign which is an alternate. T is holding what the value of t is holding? T is holding x. Here you can see t is holding x value, right? T is holding x value here, so I am writing, so x into x, x cube, very good, divided by I into I minus 1. What is the value of I? I value is 3, because it is initially it was 1 plus 2, it is 3, 3 into 2, isn't it an factorial? 3 factorial, 3 into 2, yes it is. So here is the second term that I will be getting is, what is the term that I will be getting here? T value is x minus x into x, that is, can I say minus x cube divided by 3 into 2, can I say it as a 3 factorial? Is it giving me the second term in the series, that is x cube divided by 3 factorial? Very good. That's the way that we have to proceed. In the same fashion, what I am going to do, I want to make it addition. So I am using a variable sum. Sum equals to sum plus t. Sum, the first value, if you see sum equals to x, we have considered sum equals to sum plus t. The second t is your second term, right? कब तक चलेगा ये? At what time this should be going to execute? While we get fabs of t greater than 0.00001. Now what is that fabs? As we have used these fabs, abs, absolute value, float absolute value in the earlier programs also. It is always giving us the results of the negative number to a positive number. It converts the negative to the positive. So why I require this? Because if you see our t value is getting multiplied by minus 1. So sometimes it may give you the negative value also. But when I want to compare with the floating value, the minimum positive value of a floating point number is, it is 0.5 times 0, 1. So any negative number or any positive number which is greater than this. Now how to convert a negative number greater than 0? It is never be. So convert that into positive by using absolute function. As our t variable is a floating point number defined as, so we are using floating absolute. So fabs, absolute, floating absolute, t, if it is greater than 0.0001, so we will be saying till that time it will be executing. Okay, now let us assume the series won't stop here. Let me come back to the third term. Again, till now we have got the 2 successful terms. I get incremented to 3. I's value is 3. Again it goes, I becomes I equals to I plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Very good. The second term, if you consider the third term, we talked about the third term. Now let us see how we will be getting it. Yeah, come back to here. T equals to t. Now what is the value of t? T is holding x raised to power 3 divided by 3 factorial. X raised to power 3 divided by 3. That was minus x raised to power 3 divided by 3 factorial. Now into minus 1. So it is plus x raised to power 3 divided by 3 factorial. Okay. Into x cross x. So it becomes x to the power 5 x raised to power 5 divided by 3 factorial. This much. Divided by, again in the denominator, what is the value of I? 5 into 4. 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. Can I say it as a 5 factorial? You just think about it. 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. It is 5 factorial itself. So I got the third term in the series as x raised to power 5 divided by 5 factorial. That's what I want. The previous sum was x minus x to the power 3 divided by 3 factorial plus, now the next term is x to the power 5 divided by 5 factorial. Now if you are able to see, this is what the series we have got, x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 divided by 5 factorial. And in the same fashion we will be proceeding with the further series. Okay, so this is how the program looks, and we will be checking how to get the program correct. Now this is what the value of a sin f. I am simply printing the messages because they have asked us to compare the actual sin value and the answer that we have given from our end. So I am comparing both the result. The first value is from our end, the value of sin of percentage f. Here it is the value of degree because user has given the angle in a degree, and the second one is my sum because sum is holding the actual result. The second printf statement, if you see, I have used the backslash of n, the value of sin of percentage x by inbuilt function is percentage f. So if you are able to see, I have used here, please kindly see what I have used. This is a very important thing. Okay, so I have used here sin of x function. Now where this sin of x function fabs is written, it is written under math.h header file. That is the reason I am using here math.h header file, math.h, otherwise I might not have used it. So let's run the program. We'll see what answer we will be getting. It is getting compiled. It is saying it is some mistake is there at line number 31, column number 41. Instead of degree, it is one e is missing. Line number 31. Okay, yeah, it is degree. Okay, fine. Let me go back, compile for one more time. Okay, let us stop, rerun, check. It is compiling. Yes, it is compiled successfully. Now you might be remember about the sin 90. Yes, sin 90 is, so sin 90, the answer for the sin 90, can you able to see the value of sin 90 is 1. This is the first printf statement output is our program output, what we have written. The second printf statement is inbuilt, that's why I have highlighted that point. Inbuilt function is also 1. So while I was comparing, I am comparing it, I am getting the same result. Sir, you may say, sir, instead of 90 you go ahead with the 45 or some other degree. No issues, we'll go ahead with that. So let me run the program. It is getting compiled, it is asking. So let us go ahead with enter the value for angle. Shall I put the 45? Okay, so I have put up 45. You can see it is root 3 by 2, nothing but 0.707106. so here if you are able to see, both the answers I am getting correct. And generally the angles can be negative, right? So let us go ahead with the negative value also, maybe minus 60. Okay, so let's see how it is getting. If you are able to see, both answers are correct. So this is how the program should be. Okay, so this is how the program should be. So I want you people to kindly go through the program once. The program is a very important, considering all the concepts related with whatever the things is been related. Okay, and it gives you the weightage it has 70% weightage. It is a very small program, it has a high weightage, so I want you to consider the complete program and submit your answers as early as possible. So this is the program for you people. Kindly go through it. If you have any doubts, kindly let me know. Once again I will revise what we are going to do. We are simply reading the value of an angle in degree. We are converting it into radian. To convert angle which was in degree to radian, we should multiply it by pi by 180. the value of pi is 3.14159 divided by 180. Now that value I am considering as a term 1 in my sine series, and that is also my first sum, and I'm taking I variable, which is a power. The powers are the all odd powers. To make the odd series we know I plus 2. So in the do while loop I am considering I equals to I plus 2 for every time, and the terms, how to get the terms, that is also important, and the terms are alternate positive negative symbols. So to make that we are multiplying it by -1. That's it. Other things, as it is a factorial, I into I minus 1 should be there as a denominator. Other than that there is nothing. While fabs of t, because t can be the negative value. So where should we stop? If we get the value lesser than 0.000001, let it be negative. If it is negative, make it positive and compare. If it is less than that value, we have to stop. Otherwise, we'll continue. And simply we have printed the result. So this is for you people then, and this is what the total program. And I want you people to kindly go through it. If you have any doubts, free to ask your doubts. Okay class, that's for the day then.